Hi guys, it's Natalie here for FullTimeDEVILS outside Leeds Sports Village. We just beat Reading 2-0. It was a tough game, and I had that feeling coming up against Reading. They're a tough team. They like to tackle. You know, you could probably say they're a bit dirty. They like to get it on the floor. They like to play long balls. So we have struggled against teams like that before. Reading have beat us twice. We finally got some revenge. We actually played them at their own game. So the second goal was a counter-attack from Jess. That's just how they did it to us last season. Just straight over the top, Jackie Groden through ball, just ran through it, and 2-0, thank you. The first goal brilliantly worked from Leah. Jackie left it, and it just went through to Kirsty, bang, straight through the middle. Meg's on the keeper. You know, it was a tough game that today. I always thought that game would be tougher than City because City like to play their game. Reading don't let anyone play their game. So for us to get 3 points in our second season against them when they've got good game management and they've beat us twice, I'm so proud of them girls. They've really shown they can do it. Really, even though there was times when they had a lot of possession, there wasn't much to do. There wasn't like Mary was flying through the air making super saves. It wasn't like Farrell Williams was having free kicks left, right and centre, and even when she did, it went over. So I think the girls have got a lot to be proud on, but there's a lot there to build on. Maybe other teams, if they played like that against us, they might win. And that'll be, teams will be using that as a blueprint now. So I think the girls just go again. Next week we're in Southport against Everton in the Cup, so I hope to see a lot of you down there. Just come down, buy your tickets. We're going to be on a terrace, loads of flags, loads of noise. It'll be rocking. Girls can't wait, we can't wait. See you down there. I'm going to speak to the fans now, guys, see what they have to say. Hi guys, am I here outside Leeds Sports Village? I'm here with Matt. Matt, what do you think of today's game, 2-0 against Reading?
Well, I think today's definitely what you call winning ugly, isn't it? It was a really tough game, but I don't think that was really a surprise. Obviously a lot was said in the build-up about, the 2 games last season, particularly the FA Cup game and the way that finished. We knew that it was going to be hard. We were going to have to grind it out. And we did, particularly that second half, right from the restart when it eventually happened. It was just wave after wave of Reading pressure, but I think we did so well to soak up all of that and get the goal on the counter. Absolutely fantastic result, and 4 wins in a row, 4 clean sheets. Got to be happy with that, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, you're just saying that's how they were playing, wave after wave. We did play against that at Arsenal. We conceded. What do you think when you're seeing them doing that, dropping deep? Even though, you can say Reading didn't have, there's nothing that stands out. And no, what do you think when you were seeing that and they weren't pushing forward like we're seeing?
I think, to be honest, in certain games in this league, that's always going to happen. We played last season top 2, Reading were 3rd last season. There are going to be inevitably games like that where we are going to have to just soak up pressure for periods and make sure we take our chances when we get them, and that's exactly what we did.
Obviously, United ladies, women, now gone up to 3rd. Depending on the result at Arsenal versus City. What do you think of that? We've played so many games, we lost our first 2, but we're in 3rd position.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. I think most people think, 4th's definitely achievable. If we could, at least challenge the top 3, that will be absolutely incredible for our first season. I still don't think we can quite break in. As well as we're doing, I'm absolutely delighted with what I'm seeing from the girls. I think over the course of the season, the extra experience that those teams have got, I wouldn't say they've got more quality. I think that does us a disservice. I think the quality is clearly there. We're just not that experienced at this level just yet. And I think that's probably what will separate us from Arsenal, City, Chelsea over the course of the season. But, we've definitely seen we can probably run them close.
Definitely. And who would you go player of the match today? Obviously, they gave it to Leah, but would you agree or disagree? What do you think?
Look, Leah is just consistently brilliant. We've seen that every game. I think personally, for me, I would have gone with Millie Turner. She was an absolute rock at the back as ever. It's our 35th game since the start of last season, and she has played in every single minute of every single game. that is just absolutely extraordinary, and we were all a bit concerned when she went down in the first half. Looked like a head injury, like she might have to come off, but she played through, absolutely brilliant. And I also want to give a special mention to Martha Harris as well, because I think she's had a bit of criticism. I think most fans would say fullback has been a bit of a problem area for us, but she was absolutely brilliant today. For me, by far her best game in the United shirt.
Definitely, I had to agree. Thank you, Matt. See you next week. Yeah.
See you next week.
Hey guys, it's Natalie here for Full Time Devils. We're with Tom and Lucas. Tom, what do you think of that today?
It was alright, just the referee was a bit bad.
I agree. Lucas?
Yeah, we got the result that we needed.
Yeah.
The ref was a bit biased, but we got the result, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, that's 4 wins, 4 clean sheets. How does it feel, watching these girls? What do you think of it so far in a Super League?
It was good, yeah, because we had up the most of the possession and we beat them.
Yeah. Easy game?
A bit.
A bit. Lucas, easy game?
Yeah, but they had the chances. They didn't take. We had the chances. We could have took, but half of them we should have took even better.
Yeah. So it could have been more than 2 then?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Boys, I'm going to go with who's your player of the match. Who do you think's shone in this game today?
Katie Zellum.
Stand out, wasn't she? Captain. Yeah. And Tom?
Same Katie.
Brilliant. Thank you, boys. Thanks. See you next time.
See you next time.
Hi guys, it's Natalie here. I'm here with Sarah. Sarah, what do you think of that today? 2-0.
It had me on edge for a bit, but it was really good. I thought they did well in the end. Yeah.
Obviously, that was a different game to City. City, we were playing our balls, doing this, whereas that, it was sitting back and defending. What do you think when you see them playing like that? But obviously, they're getting the results now.
I mean, the result's brilliant. Just had me on edge a bit. I just felt sometimes we could have played it a bit, a bit more forward instead of back.
Well, yeah, obviously, teams like Reading, teams like Durham, who we played before, they're very tough tackling. There was a lot of cards. Should have been more probably cards in that game. A lot of fouls. What do you think of Reading style?
Well, they spent half the time on the floor, really. But I think they must have had that in the mind to do that and try and perhaps hold the game up a bit and perhaps irritate us in that way. Yeah. But we've coped well with it, really. Obviously, Casey was shouting things to them, so they were listening. So yeah, great result.
Brilliant. And obviously, who's your standout player today? A lot of names have been said, but what do you think?
For me, probably Millie. She was just there. I like Millie anyway, and for me, she's just great to have at the back. She was. I don't feel that. Really, that under pressure when I know she's there. I think she's just solid. So for me, at the back definitely. I like the way Leah was playing as well, and Kirsty Hanson for me as well. She played her heart and soul when she was on.
Definitely. That's 2 goals now and an assist in 3 games for her. Yeah. A lot of people were saying she should be playing for Scotland. You can see why with the performances that she's putting in.
Definitely. I'm surprised she's not been called up, to be honest. Even if she's not playing every match for them, I just think it's somebody that they're probably missing, really, with her pace.
Definitely. And I'll see you next week at Everton. Can't wait. See you down there, guys. Hey guys, we're with Deb. 2-0. Another 2-0. What do you think? Do you see a difference between that 2-0 and City's 2-0? Obviously there was, but what's your thoughts?
I don't think we played as well as we did against City. I think it was a different performance. I think they're a different team. I think City will try and outplay you. They're going to try and outmuscle you. And not in a dirty way, just in a very physical team. And I thought at times we needed to slow the game down. It was just too much back and forth. But I think you see the difference this year as opposed to last year. Because against them last year, we kept coming off second best, and I think at times we did today, but we were more clinical today. I remember there were times last year Jess had a chance one-on-one with a keeper, and as she was as she's bearing down on the keeper this time, I'm thinking, come on, do it. Different team, different capabilities. This team, we've come a long way. Yeah. So I think probably not the best performance, but great result.
Definitely, and obviously teams like that, Reading, Durham, I'd say throw them all in the sort of mix, sort of very aggressive, very physical. But we show now we can perhaps compete with them. I think we need to still play it a bit more calm, play our game. But what do you think when we come up against them or teams like them?
That's their way of playing, and it's neither right nor wrong. That's the way they do things, and you could see how they were putting us under pressure by playing their game. All credit to them. I thought they there's a lot of energy that they're putting into that, so that's a heck of a performance. They'll probably be disappointed not to come away with something, but there were no clear-cut chances. I think in the past we've been a bit lightweight, but we're getting to a point where we've got a bit more strength, a bit more fire, a bit more steel in the midfield, but at times you just needed someone to put the foot on it and go, slow it down. That's my one real criticism of today.
Well, if that's a criticism, then what can you say? It's still good, isn't it? It's still 3 points. United up to third now until the other game, Arsenal and City. What do you think about where we can go, what we can do this season?
I still think in some ways we don't yet know what our level is. We started with 2 incredibly tough games and could have got something out of
Both?
More probably the City game, I'd say, even though it took Arsenal to the last minute. But we've performed well, and I think we're probably surprising a few people, not least of all ourselves. I'm not yet sure what our level is. We said before the season, maybe top 4. Right now, there's no reason to change that. Let's see what happens at Chelsea, though. I know we've got Everton first, but let's see what comes of the next couple of games.
Brilliant, Deb. And I'm going to go for one last question. Player of the match, who would it be? A lot of names have been bandied about, but what do you think?
For me, there was no one. I'm between Kirsty Hanson and Hayley Ladd. And
those are new names.
Are they different names? Yeah. Okay. You want me to give you?
Give us a reason on both. If you want.
I mean, that finish from Kirsty. I think she's playing the best she's played since she's been at United. She looks dangerous, and she gets her head up and she runs, and you can see what it's doing to the opposition. Hayley just seemed to hold it all together. I know I said at times we needed somebody else, but she was getting in there, she was breaking up play, and they're dangerous. So you want me to give you a name, I'll give you Kirsty Hanson's name, but either of them for me.
Brilliant, Deb, thank you.